And then he said, what is that?
Ekena manasa, with one attention, not diverting your attention.
Sanskrit, with one attention, not divert your attention.
To so many things, simply.
So there are so many things. Simply,
Do not divert your attention to so many things.
I will say, fixing your attention on the Supreme Law.
I mean to say, fixing your attention on the Supreme Lord.
Tasmad ekena manasa bhagavan. Now here the Bhagavad does not say Brahmeti Paramatmeti.
Sanskrit. The Bhagavad does not say Brahmeti Paramatmeti.
The absolute truth is Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan.
The absolute truth is Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan.
That is mentioned. But here, when I have to give attention,
I have to give attention.
That is mentioned, but here I have to give attention.
then must be the Supreme Personality of God.
Then he must be the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Just a comment here. So he's saying, Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, that's the absolute truth. But here, when it must be attention, aka manasa, the mind has to be fixed on one, it must be the personality of Godhead. So in other words, rather than just the impersonal or the Paramatma, but specifically the personality of God.
Otherwise, where I am going to give attention?
Otherwise, where are you going to be?
Otherwise, where am I going to give attention?
Impersonal feature, if I think, impersonal feature.
If I think of impersonal feature,
Oh, it is very difficult where to fix up my mind.
Oh, it is very difficult to fix up my mind.
Therefore, impersonal feature Brahma is not said.
therefore the impersonal feature Brahma is not safe.
Then super soul.
I just heard super soul.
Therefore, or ekaha manasa, therefore super soul, something.
Super soul is within you. That is understood by
Super soul is within you, that is understood by
meditation. Impersonal absolute truth is understood by
Meditation. Impersonal absolute truth is understood by
philosophical process, speculation, and
Process, calculation, and
the super soul is understood by meditation.
the super soul is understood by meditation.
So, and Bhagavan is practical, just like we are.
So Bhagavan is practical, just like we are.
And interested in Krishna, here is Krishna, Krishna's form is there.
Interested in, just like we are interested in Krishna, here is Krishna, Krishna's form is there.
Krishna's collar is there, Krishna's helmet is there.
Krishna's color is there, Krishna's helmet is there.
Krishna's advice is there, Krishna's instruction is there.
Krishna's advice is there, Krishna's instruction is there.
Krishna's sound is there, everything Krishna.
Krishna's sound is there. Everything is Krishna.
Hare Krishna song, maybe.
And then everything Krishna.
Everything Krishna, there is no difficulty.
Everything Krishna, there is no difficulty.
But if you turn your attention,
But if you turn your attention
to the impersonal and to the super soul, it is very difficult.
To the impersonal and to the super soul, it is very difficult.
It is very difficult. You cannot
It is very difficult. You cannot.
fix your attention to the impersonal. In the Bhagavad Gita,
Fix your attention to the impersonal. In the Bhagavad Gita,
it is said that klesha udikatarastesham abhaktya shaktachetasam.
It is said that Sanskrit,
Hesha diktarastesham yakta vyakta chetasam.
Those who are attached to the impersonal,
Those who are attached to the impersonal,
feature of the absolute truth,
Feature of the absolute truth.
their business is very troublesome.
Those who are attached to the impersonal feature of the absolute truth, their business is very troublesome.
Very troublesome. Not like that.
Very troublesome. Not like that.
Chanting, dancing and eating. It is very nice.
Chanting, dancing, and eating. Oh, this is very nice.
That is very troublesome.
Theirs is very troublesome.
Speculate, this is not Brahma, this is not Brahma.
They speculate, this is not Brahman, this is not Brahman.
And the result you have to achieve by what?
And is it the result they would like to achieve?
This is, if I may, it's an important point because Prabhupada says the method for impersonal realization is speculation. So what is that speculation? Here he says, neti, not this, this is not Brahman, this is not Brahman. So speculation, what is Brahman? It's not perceivable. That's the speculation. Nothing you can conceive of, nothing you can feel. It's not Brahman. If you can feel it, it's not Brahman. If you can see it, it's not Brahman. That's the speculation process to realize impersonal.
So hard for many lives, you'll have to come to Krishna.
work so hard for many lives, still come to Krishna.
After working so hard for many lives, still you'll have to come to Krishna.
Om Jirvanamante Gyanman Prabhaddate. This morning we have been discussing this.
Onam Jamanam. I don't know the rest, but this morning we were discussing.
Bhagam Jamanamante Jnanamam Bhajate.
Sloka. So, here also, Bhagavad says,
So here also, Bhagavat says
that Tasmad ekena manasa, with your one attention.
I'm not sure.
Here in the Bible it says, Tasmad ekena manasa, with your one attention.
Tasmad ekena manasa, Bhagavan Satatankati. You have to fix your mind
Sanskrit, you have to fix your mind
on the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
On the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Satatangapati. Satatangapati, the master of the devotees.
Sorry.
The master of the devotees.
Which Bhagavan? There are many Bhagavan. Because nowadays,
That's the first part. So now I heard the last part, so nowadays, but before that,
I didn't get the part before that.
we have manufactured many Bhagavan. But here it is said that Bhagavan means
We have manufactured many
Bhagavans.
Bhagavans, but here it is said that Bhagavan means
Satatangapati, who is accepted by great devotees.
Who is accepted by great devotees.
Just like Brahma, Shiva, not that by ordinary public one has been accepted.
Just like Brahma or Shiva, not that just any ordinary. What is it?
ordinary public.
Okay.
Yeah, not that the ordinary public has accepted. So this means great devotees have accepted, like Brahma and Shiva, they've accepted him as Bhagavan.
Here is incarnation of God. No. So that God is Krishna.
Not that here is an incarnation of God. No, that God is Krishna.
That conception of God is Krishna.
That conception of God is Krishna.
Because in the Bhagavad Gita you find
in Bhagavad Gita you find
Matta Nannat Paratanam Asti. Krishna says,
Sanskrit, Krishna says,
Anyat Paratanam Masti.
that there is nothing beyond me.
That there is nothing beyond him or me.
There is nothing beyond me. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravattate.
There is nothing beyond him. Was it?
Aham sarvasya prabhava.
So the other verse is, there's no truth superior to me, everything is resting on me as pearls are strung on a thread. This one is, I'm the source of everything material and spiritual.
I am the origin of everything.
I am the origin of everything.
Matta sarvam pravartate. Everything emanates from me.
Tata sarvam pravartate. Everything emanates from me.
Iti matva. One who knows this. Iti matya.
One who knows this.
Timatva.
Bhajante ma buddha bhava samannita. Those who are actually learned, where he knows it and
Bhajante Mam, Buddha, Mam. I didn't get that last part, but those who actually know me are learned.
therefore he becomes my devotee.
Therefore, he becomes my devotee.
In the Brahma Samhita also it is stated, Ishvara Parama Krishna.
In the Brahma Samhita it is also stated, Ishvara Parama Krishna.
There are many gods, but who is the supreme God?
There are many gods, but who is the supreme God?
The supreme God is Krishna.
The supreme God is Krishna.
Ishvara Parama Krishna. Parama means the supreme.
Ishvara Parama Krishna. Ishvara means the supreme.
Parama
Parama
means the supreme.
You may be your God, I may be God, and there are many gods, but
You may be God, I may be God, there are many gods, but
Krishna is the supreme God.
Krishna is the supreme God.
Nobody is above.
Nobody is above
Him.
Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radi Govinda. He has no cause.
Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anandiradir Govinda. Is that the right one? Krishna Sarvakaranakananam. Krishna has no origin.
He has no cause.
Anadi. He is causeless.
Anadir, he's causeless.
We have got cause. He is causeless.
We have got cause. He's causeless.
Anadi Radi Govinda. Govinda means he is pleasure of, he is the reservoir of all pleasure.
Anadiradir Govinda. This means he is the source of all pleasure.
It's the reservoir.
Govinda. Anadi Radi Govinda. Sarva Karana Karana. Cause of all causes.
Nadiradi Govinda Sarvakarna Karanam, the cause of all causes.
So yes, it is said that Bhagavan,
So here it is said,
Here it is said that Bhagavan,
who is Sartatagapati, that means there are many great
Sarva, something Piti, who is very, very great.
that means that very great
devotees, stalwart devotees, acharyas,
great devotees, stalwart acharyas,
and teachers, and for all of them, he is the master.
and teachers of all of them, he is the master.
Sartatagapati, and what is to be done about him?
Sanskrit. And what is to be done about him?
Srotavya. You have to hear about him.
We have to hear about him.
Where I can hear?
Why should we hear?
I think where can you hear?
Where can you hear?
Oh, when he speaks himself. Why don't you hear there?
What, sir, something, sir, why don't you hear there?
When he speaks himself, why don't you hear that or there?
How can you know the Supreme, the cause of all causes?
How can you know the Supreme, the cause of all causes?
But nobody can explain. But when he explains himself,
Nobody can explain, but when he explains himself,
you can hear. That is Bhagavad Gita.
You can hear, that is Bhagavad Gita.
Krishna is explaining himself.
Krishna is explaining himself.
Suppose if you want to know me,
Suppose if you want to know me,
or know something about me,
Or know something about me.
you can ask some friend, oh, how is Swamiji?
You can ask, what is it? You can ask a question?
Some friend.
You can ask some friend, hey, Swamiji,
How is Swami?
how is Swamiji?
He may say something, other may something. But when I explain to you,
You may say something, another may say something, but when you explain,
When he explains,
and I explain to you,
when I explain to you,
to myself, this is my position and this, that is perfect.
I only got this is my, that is perfect.
when I explain to you myself, this is my
position.
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 That is perfect.
That is perfect. So, if you want to know the absolute Supreme Personality of Godhead,
That is perfect. So if you want to know the absolute supreme personality of Godhead,
you cannot speculate,
You cannot speculate,
neither meditate. It is
neither meditate, it is.
not possible, because your senses are very imperfect.
Not possible, because your senses are very imperfect.
So, what is the way? They just hear from him.
So what is this? Just hear from him.
So what is the way?
What is the way?
So he has kindly come to say Bhagavad Gita.
So he has come to say Bhagavad Gita.
Srotavya, just try to hear.
Shrotavya. Just try to hear it.
Srotavya and Kirtitavyastu. If you simply hear, class of Krishna consciousness,
and here a class in Krishna consciousness,
and go outside and forget. Oh,
go outside and forget.
that is not nice.
That will be not nice.
That will not make you improve. Then what is
That is not method of to improve. So what is then?
Kirtitavya? So whatever you are hearing, you should say to others.
Sanskrit, whatever you are hearing, you should say to others.
That is purpose. Therefore we are established back to God.
That is perfection. Therefore, we have established back to Godhead.
The students are allowed, whatever they are hearing, they must be thoughtful.
The students, something, whatever they are hearing, they must be thoughtful.
They're allowed. In other words, they're allowed to write articles. That's the implication.
And right. Kirtitavya. Not only simply hearing.
Allowed to write. Not only simply
Hearing.
hearing.
Hearing for millions of years. Still I cannot understand. Because
Hearing for millions of years and still I can't understand. It's not like that.
as you do not chant, you do not repeat what you have heard. You have to repeat. Kirtitavya.
If you do not chant, if you do not repeat what you have heard, you have to repeat. Kirtitavyasya.
Srotavya kirtitavya dheya. And how can you write or how you can speak?
And how can you write and cannot speak?
How can you speak?
Unless you think of, you are hearing about Krishna, you have to think.
Unless you think what you are hearing about Krishna, you have to think.
Then you can speak, otherwise not. So,
Then you can speak, otherwise not.
Sotavya kirtitavascha dheya and pujyascha, and you should worship.
Sanskrit.
And you should worship.
Yeah, before that, the word was deyasya. Kirtavyas, kirtatavyas. Shrotavyas, kirtavyas, jayas. Jayas means think or meditate on. And then pujas on worship.
Therefore we require this deity.
Therefore, we require this deity.
For worship, we have to think of, we have to speak.
Don't catch the first part. We have to think of, we have to speak.
First part was for worship.
For worship, we have to think of, we have to speak.
We have to hear,
We have to hear.
we have to worship, pujyascha.
We have to worship pujascha.
Then occasionally no nityasa, regular.
Then occasionally, no. Mrityasya. Regularly.
Nityasya.
Nityasya. Regularly.
Regular. Nityasa.
Then Sanskrit.
Regularly. Nityasya.
This is the process.
This is its process.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.